with your boy Jin. On today's video we're going to take a look back at anime called Goblin Slayer. And oh boy, what anime this one was. Now this one is kind of a shorter series, guys. It only has 12 episodes. And I could have sworn there's way more episodes in this, but I guess it really was just 12. But yeah, what makes Goblin Slayer kind of like a wild anime? Well, I'm about to explain. It started off like a normal anime. We have like a fantasy world and guilds, kind of like the same thing, like the kind of like fairy tale in a way. And then we meet like 4 new recruits who just joined the guild, and they are kind of like hungry for adventure and want to fight like bad guys. Now they decided to fight goblins as their first like mission. Now they were warned that these goblins were like kind of like a little harder than what they think, but they ignore them. So they go to this goblin cave and they go in, right? And everything was going like as usual, as how you predicted. But then the craziest thing happened. They get ambushed and they were attacked and they were slaughtered. It was the most shocking thing I have ever seen in anime history. When I first saw Goblin Slayer, I didn't like watch no trailer or didn't. I just randomly just clicked it, and I did not see this insane brutality. Like there was like a bunch of gore, blood, and yeah, the new recruits, they try to fight back these goblins, but they didn't have the right equipment for this fight, guys, as we saw, and they were all dying one by one. And then there's one girl left. She's like a priestess, and she was like freaking out, and she even like peed her pants. It was like the most humiliating thing and the most scariest thing of her life. But then she gets saved by a dude called Goblin Slayer, and he does the same thing that they did, and he kills all the goblins in like crazy ways. Like either he burns them, he stabs them. You think of it, he probably done it before. And yeah, and that's about it. Kind of a wild story, or kind of a wild first like episode. Now the other episodes, they mostly focus on other goblin mission stories, and then we're gonna go with our main protagonist, Goblin Slayer. And also, this anime, it doesn't have no names, which is kind of odd. Like they don't share the names for whatever reason. I thought that was kind of weird. Like this guy's name is Goblin Slayer for the whole time, and no one even asks his name. And there's also a character named Cowgirl. So yeah, this anime, I'm guessing they didn't really care about their names or something. Kind of weird, but he is kind of like an emotional person. He doesn't show no emotion. He is not very social. He doesn't talk to no one. He does like solo missions where all he does is kill goblins, and that's like his main thing. All he cares about is killing these goblins. Nothing else matters, because when he was a kid, his whole village was like killed by goblins, and then he did like this very intense training where like he became very soulless, and that's why he became like this. And in later episodes, he gets like character developed. Like he seems like to care more about his like new teammates, who are like the priestess who joins him. And then we have like a dwarf and an elf, and I think there's the other character too, which I don't remember. They also don't have names, so I'm guessing they call them elf and dwarf. And I will say the rest of the episodes, they also fight goblins too, but they seem to get even harder and harder. And there's like some couple of surprises in there too that are goblins too, that I will say. And I will say that for whatever reason, a lot of people will fall for like the Goblin Slayer for whatever reason, even though he has like no emotions. But you know, that's anime for you. But yeah, guys, this one's probably not for everybody because it is just so brutal sometimes. There's like a lot of gore, body disassemblements. It is not, in a lot of blood. So yeah, and then it also shows like some nudity in the first episode, and there's like some scenes where a girl gets, you know, R word. I can't say it on YouTube, but yeah, it is kind of brutal. It is not for, it is like if you get triggered easy, then don't watch it. But to me, I thought it was like one of the most action-packed, most like realistic thing of an anime you can do. Like it shows how real the world, real like it shows how cruel the world really is. Like it's not like in other animes where you just get lucky all the time. But in this one, it does show sometimes they do get lucky too. So, but yeah, guys, have you ever seen Goblin Slayer? It only has 12 episodes, like I said before. So, I don't think a lot of people are like really seen this one, or maybe they did with that first episode, but that was it. And there is no season 2 after like maybe 2018. So I think after 12 episodes, they were done with it. And I guess I can see why, but I'll be interesting to see how they would do like maybe season 2. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on Goblin Slayer. I thought it'd be like, it's kind of a wild one to see for the first time with all that brutality, but I thought it was a fun one to just to watch and see. But be sure to like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you next one.